And joining us now is our regional correspondent, Gulliver Cragg. Gulliver, you're in Bucha, where Antonio Guterres was earlier today. What can you tell us about his visit?
Well, I'm standing in front of one of the mass graves that was discovered in Kiev region here in the center of Bucha. The bodies have now been exhumed. This is one of the sites that Antonio Guterres visited, and he expressed great sympathy for the suffering of this region. Afterwards, I spoke to the mayor of Bucha, who was also here, who said that he thinks these visits are extremely important, all of the international figures who've been visiting. And there was actually the Prime Minister of Bulgaria who was here just after Antonio Guterres. And the mayor of Bucha thinks that all of this is extremely important in order to underline that this is not just a struggle between Ukraine and Russia, as the mayor of Bucha put it. It's a struggle between the whole civilized world and Russia. And he also thanked Antonio Guterres for his offers to help as much as the UN possibly can in ensuring that these crimes are properly investigated. Though, of course, the call for Russia to cooperate with the International Criminal Court is unlikely to have any positive reception in Moscow, because the Russians continue, despite all of the evidence, to deny their involvement in the killings of civilians here in Bucha, which, according to the City Hall, there are at least more than 400, in Bucha alone, and many more across the Kiev region.
What about the atmosphere there, Gulliver? What's been the reaction on the Ukrainian side to the visit?
Well, just near here is the morgue, and the bodies that have been exhumed from this and other sites have not necessarily all yet been identified. And what's going on at the moment in Bucha is that there are attempts to identify those who have not been identified, and people are coming, relatives of those who have been killed, trying to find the bodies and organise funerals. So in that sense, there's every day a very sad scene playing out. There is also, though, the return of life to Bucha in a sense. This town is actually much less badly damaged than neighbouring Irpin, and people are able to return to their houses. In some places, electricity has been put back on. There are now 2 petrol stations that are open, very large queues outside them, but you're also able to buy a few things in those petrol station shops, and in some of the courtyards there are now children playing. So, we're a long way off normal life returning, but little by little people are returning here, and the clean-up operation has been extraordinarily fast. This town was strewn with the debris of destroyed vehicles after the Russians left this area at the beginning of April. Earlier today, I saw a couple of burned out, what I presume to be Russian military vehicles. So, of course, they might be Ukrainian military vehicles, I don't know. Anyway, going past on a truck being taken away, that reminded me of how different the place looked just less than a month ago, because now all of that debris has been cleared away from Bucha, or almost all of it.
Yeah, just a devastated area there. Our regional correspondent, Gulliver Cragg. Gulliver, thanks a lot.